Good morning, children. So today we will be moving to the concept of variable. What is a variable? It refers to an attribute whose value varies from investigation to investigation. Means as you will change your study, the value will also vary. Like price, age, height, etc. Variables are of two types: discrete and continuous. Discrete variable is a variable that takes only the exact values and not fractional values. Okay, like number of children, number of students, number of workers. Okay, it cannot be in point, it cannot be in fraction. So that is why it takes only whole numbers, exact values. See, so that is why it doesn't take fractional value. Continuous variable, which takes all the possible values within a specified range. See, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65. See this range. So within 40 to 45, weight can be anything. 45 to 50, weight can be anything. It can be in fraction or point fraction, anything. So that is the thing. So it takes all the values within that range, continuous variable. So the difference between the two is important. Now we will be moving to the concept of frequency. Frequency refers to the number of times a given value appears in a distribution. Like in this example, see, number of families which have got zero number of children is 5. 5 families are there. 7 families who have got 1 children. 25 families with 2 children. So the number of families which have got 2 children has repeated themselves 25. So 25 is the frequency. 3 children, 3 families. So here is the thing that is they are telling. Frequency refers to the number of times a given value appears in a distribution. 9 students got 70 marks, 6 students got 85 marks, 5 students got 92 marks. Now frequencies are 9, 6, 5. Frequency distribution. A table in which the frequencies and the associated values of a variable are written side by side is known as frequency distribution. So what is frequency distribution? It is a table in which the variable and the frequency distribution is written side by side like this. This is a frequency distribution where the variable and the frequency is written side by side. This one also. Now, kinds of series. Statistical series can be divided as on the basis of characteristics, on the basis of construction. On the basis of characteristics, series can be divided into time series, spatial series, condition series. Okay, time series, if the different values that a variable has taken in a period of time are arranged in chronological order, the series so obtained is called a time series. If the different values that are available has been taken in a period of time and are arranged in chronological order is called time series. Like in a statistical series in which data is presented with regard to time unit, day, week, month or year. Like population of Delhi between 1951 to 2011. So you can see it is within a period of time and it was arranged from 1951 to 2011. This is called time series, which is taken over a period of time and it is arranged in chronological order. Spatial series, arranged according to location or geographical consideration. Like population of 5 states of India as per census 2011. So when you are collecting data according to geographical location, it is called spatial series. Condition series, in this series data is classified according to the changes occurring under certain conditions. For example, height and weight, marks comes why? Because you give exam. Okay, so when data is collected due to some changes occurring under some conditions, we call it conditional series. Height, with age you grow up, so height, weight. Okay, so all these changes are taking place under certain conditions and thus the data collected on basis of this is called conditional series. Now see, individual series, discrete series, continuous series. Okay, under individual series, unorganized, organized, exclusive, inclusive, open-end, cumulative, equal, mid-value. All these we will be coming to in the next part, not today. Okay, now we will come to individual series. So individual series refers to that series in which the items are listed singly, that is, each item is given a separate value of measurement. So items are listed in a single way. Okay, and it is given a separate measurement. Under the individual series, I have already talked unorganized and organized individual series. So see, marks distribution of 10 students under organized individual series. Unorganized individual series is an unarranged data, means it is a raw form of data. See, 35, 40, 38, 17, it's not organized, it's haphazard. So given data is organized in the raw form, means 10 students data is haphazard. So such a presentation of data does not give any useful information, and rather it creates confusion. So it is called an unorganized individual series. In order to draw meaningful conclusion from this data, we need to organize it. A better presentation of the above data is organized individual series. See, organized series is an orderly arrangement of this raw data. Orderly arrangement. Now, in case of individual series, as we have studied, in this series items are singly listed and each is given a separate value. So see, we saw 10 students marks. So items are listed single way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are assigning each student single numbers. We are not giving them a range. We are assigning single numbers to them. And see the number of students. See, it's arranged. So they are listed singly and each item is given separate measurement. See, separate measurement. They are not overlapping. They are not coming in a single range. They are given separate measurements and arranged in single numbers. So organized series is an orderly arrangement of raw data according to serial number, according to order of measurement, means ascending order. From small, you can do in ascending order or in descending order also, as it will be said. But generally ascending order is only followed. Okay, according to serial number, an individual series can be arranged in serial order. So marks obtained by students may be arranged in the serial number in order of the roll numbers as shown in the following table. Now, if I want to arrange it in ascending order or descending order, then this area will change. See, here it is arranged in descending order and here in ascending order. So if I take only the first criteria, that according to serial number, I am only assigning serial number, means they are listed singly and I am assigning their numbers according to the roll numbers. Now if I want to arrange this, you can say in alphabetical order, in ascending, descending order. Okay, so you have to arrange this column according to ascending or descending order according to their magnitude. See, descending order from big to small, ascending order from small to the largest number. Okay, this is known as array or arraying the data or arraying the figures. So marks obtained by 10 students can be presented either in ascending order or in descending order. Next day we will move to the discrete series. Thank you.